If you're looking for one of the most over-engineered seed starting trays, then look no further. You probably found it. In an effort to erase plastic from every part of the growing and production process, I've opted to use cedar as the base of the trays due to its natural rot resistance. In my case, I wanted 6 10 by 20 inch trays that were about 3.5 inches deep to give the roots some room to grow. We bought some 8-foot long 1x4 boards, as well as some untreated cedar picket fencing, which will be used for the slats on the bottom of the trays. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of the 1x4s, but what I'm cutting here is the picket fence. The picket fencing was cut into 10-inch sections, and then cut in half vertically. They ended up being roughly 2.5 to 2 3/4 inches wide. Each tray has 6 slats lining the bottom of it. We cut the 8-foot boards into 20-inch sections and 8.5-inch sections respectively. 8.5 because we're using butt joints to secure the sides together, so with a 3/4 inch thickness of the wood, 8.5 on the inside will make the total 10 inches. Once all of the wood was ready to go, we used some clamping squares to secure it all together. Off camera, I'd already drilled some pilot holes with a countersink drill bit so the screw heads would be flush with the wood. We screwed everything together using 1 5/8 inch stainless steel screws. I opted for stainless steel because galvanized steel, while very resistant to corrosion, is oftentimes coated with zinc, which has a chance, albeit a small chance, to leach into the soil. And I want everything that makes contact with my plants to be as pristine and chemical-free as possible when I have the option. Before putting down the bottom slats, we ran a piece of 1/2-inch hardware cloth, landscape fabric, whatever you want to call it, between them and the frame for extra stability for the soil. Once everything was constructed, I used a propane torch to char the inside of the box. This is an old Japanese technique known as yakisugi. Forgive my pronunciation. It's a method of naturally preserving cedar, helping to make it fire, water, and bug resistant. I believe true yakisugi is a much more involved endeavor where they heavily char the wood without incinerating it. They then use a steel brush to remove any leftover carbon residue, and then they treat it with a natural oil afterwards, like tung or linseed. If you ever see pictures of real yakisugi, the wood is pitch black and has that beautiful alligator skin texture to it. In my case, I just lightly charred it, so I really don't know how beneficial it'll be, but hopefully it preserves it for a bit longer than it would have otherwise. But I guess we'll find out in the coming years. Once the tray is charred and basically finished, I line the bottom with natural, unbleached, organic hemp burlap that I got from an online store called Rawganic. I'll read you their self-anointed description that came on the package. Rawganic.com was founded in 1997 by animal rescuing off-grid island homesteaders. It's like, Jesus Christ, leave some progressive buzzwords for the rest of us. I have, at best, trying desperately to be plastic-free. Animal rescuing off-grid island homesteaders is wild. In all seriousness, their products are absolutely incredible and I can't recommend them enough. especially if you're looking for something truly and genuinely natural. After a ridiculously long time trying to do math and figure out how big I need to make the sheets of cloth, I completely and utterly fucked it up and made a gigantic piece that was way too big, which I've cut from the video to try and spare myself some embarrassment. Considering the depth of the tray is 3.5 inches, all you have to do is measure the interior sides of the box and add 7 inches to each side. Shouldn't have been that difficult at all. After getting my pieces cut, I put them in the tray and tried to line up all the sides as evenly as possible. The easiest method I found for securing the cloth to the trays was to staple the 20-inch sides first, then make some cuts in the corners, fold over the excess fabric from the 10-inch sides, and secure those after. If you want, you can cut off some of the excess fabric like I did, but I don't think there's any harm in leaving it in there either. My only thought was that it's extra pockets of space for the soil to get into. Can you make a much simpler version of these trays that will do just as well? Yeah, absolutely. But with me just starting the business, I really wanted everything to be as nice as I could possibly make it. Anyway, if you're still watching this, I really appreciate it. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope to see you in the next one.